Welcome to the Bandana Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Angel Reese is unapologetically always playing the victim role, and this never is going to change. Angel Reese, from a young little lassie to the full-grown woman that she is today, has always been told, you are a victim, you are a victim, you are a victim. And now that she has this huge platform, she now has the voice to speak her truth, not the truth, speak her truth and live in the delusional world that she lives in. Now, folks, 2 days ago, Wednesday evening, we are watching the Indiana Fever lose to the Connecticut Sun 87-81, and Angel Reese goes on Twitter and puts out a tweet saying she is, quote, I'm sick to my stomach. And I'm thinking, Angel Reese, I didn't realize you were that much of a Fever fan. I didn't realize you wanted Caitlin Clark to march forward in the WNBA playoffs. Trust me, we were all sick to our stomachs watching the Indiana Fever lose. We were all sick to our stomachs watching Christy Sides let the Sun go on a run after a run after a run. We were all sick to our stomachs after Kelsey Mitchell turned the ball over, just throwing it into the half court. We were all sick to our stomachs watching the conclusion of that game. So Angel Reese, when you say you were sick to your stomach, that is a sentiment we all feel you on. However, fast forward until Thursday, one day later, I think we start realizing why she was sick to her stomach. Teresa Weatherspoon, it's been announced she has been fired from being the Chicago Sky head coach. That's right. The one and only coach who's foolish enough to stat pad and stat pad and stat pad. The one and only coach willing to put Angel Reese in the final 2 minutes of a game to get an extra 3 points and 1 rebound just to keep the double-double streak. A casualty of war. Teresa Weatherspoon getting fired, folks. Shout out to Kendrick Poetic Justice. Poetic Justice. If I told you Witherspoon would get fired, would you trust this? That was the best I could do. I'm sorry. Don't hate the play. I hate the game. Weatherspoon, you played along. You cowtailed. You read the script, but you just didn't turn the page to the whoever gets Angel Reese all the double-doubles by padding her stats will get fired. Oh, you didn't read page 2, right? Sometimes people are reading a book, they think they got everything down, but they failed to get to chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10. Teresa Weatherspoon, I guess you didn't read the WNBA Hollywood script, right? You just read the summary, you just read the blurb, and you're like, ooh, this is a role I can take on. First year coach, and you're out of here. You did what you were supposed to do. A casualty of war. And of course, Angel Reese had this long soliloquy, this long tangent on Twitter. Oh, I can't believe this coach is Don't take my word for it. Let's take a look, shall we? I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words, knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person that believed in me. The one that trusted me. Many don't even know what it's like to be a black woman in sports when nobody believes you. You had a tough job. All the crazy circumstances that we went through this year. And when your back was against the wall, you always believed. I came to Chicago because of you. You were an unsung hero in my life. We built a relationship in a short amount of time that will last forever. I'll never question God why he brings people in my life and takes them away from me in the capacity that I need them. But I've always believed everyone in your life is there for a reason and a season. You were the reason and season. You didn't deserve this, but I can't thank you enough. I love you, Teaspoon. Oh my God, folks, doesn't that just tickle your heart? Doesn't that just tickle you pink? We're going to get to breaking that down. But first, let's hear a quick little soliloquy from Angel Reese and Teresa Weatherspoon. A beautiful, beautiful moment these two shared after another stat padding performance. Let's take a look.
What has she meant to you?
She's meant everything to me. I mean,
Love you, kiddo.
I've had amazing coaches in my career, but this one is like special. She understands with me off the court. She understands me on the court. She believes in me. Shots that I take that she wants me to take, she believes in me that I may not believe in myself. So being able to come to the league and feel at home, being able to be here. I remember sitting on the computer and talking to her when I was going through the process of the draft process, and I was like, please, God, let me go to Chicago. Like, please, I don't care where I drop to, let me go to Chicago. Because when you know that feeling, when you know somebody loves you and believes in you, not just as a basketball player, but as a human being, it's special. And just coming from her, like, I'm away from home. My mom believes that I'm okay away from home. So it's family here, and I just feel I'm blessed to have Coach.
And now your family is taken away. Angel Reese, great. That was a great performance. Oh my God. Folks, she should go into acting. That was a good performance. What's the phrase? Oh yes. Crocodile tears, right? Angel Reese was crying crocodile tears. She's the only one that believed in me. I'm so glad that guy let me come here. Angel Reese, let's just talk about your tweet for a second. She came to Chicago because of Teresa Weatherspoon. Last time I checked, Angel Reese wasn't a free agent. Last time I checked, rookies get drafted to it. The team chooses you. You don't choose the team. And last I remember, the team didn't even choose you the first time they had the chance to. Instead, they chose Camila Cardoso. But Teresa Weatherspoon loves you so much, she threw out her job. Teresa Weatherspoon loves you so much, she sat Camila Cardoso so you can get all the stats that you needed to break history. But it's actually funny, right? Nobody believed in you, but you're over here saying that people are watching because of you? Interesting.
From the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Oh, okay. So do people believe in you, or do people not believe in you? Are they watching because of one person, or are they watching because of you too? That's interesting. Ken Swift on Twitter even pointed out, you can't say people are watching the WNBA for you too, and also say nobody believed in you in the same breath. Yeah, can you pick a lane? Which narrative are you trying to drive home? Right? You're trying to have your cake and eat it too. I get it. Nobody taught you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's one or the other. Pick a lane, Angel Reese. Please pick a lane. But you also said that you're willing to take that villain role, which is interesting, right? Which is very interesting. Real quick, back to her long soliloquy. She came to Chicago because of you. You're an unsung hero in my life. We built a relationship in a short amount of time that will last forever. She was the only person that believed in me. And some brilliant user on Twitter said, she's the only coach in the world that would put you in when the team is down 30 in garbage time so you could score 4 more meaningless points in a blowout. Probably why she's out of a job. Yeah, Angel, you didn't have the forethought to say, maybe this isn't the best recipe for success for anybody here. Maybe this isn't the best recipe for Teresa Weatherspoon to coach me to year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Maybe we should actually talk and reassess this situation. Maybe be telling her to tank and trade away Marina Mabrey and sit Dana Evans and send Kennedy Carter on prolonged vacations. Maybe that wasn't the best idea that I have. No, it wasn't the best idea. But back to her playing the victim, right? That's what Angel Reese does best. People are talking about all of the hate that these women are receiving. Oh my God, it's so mean out there on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Social media is just full of mean, nasty, nasty people. So Angel Reese talked about the nastiness that she's experiencing on Twitter for the past 2 years. The media has benefited from my pain and me being villainized to create a narrative. They allowed this. This was beneficial to them. I sometimes share my experiences of things that have happened to me, but I've also allowed this to happen to me for way too long. And now other players are dealing with it and experiencing the same things. This isn't okay at all. Anything beyond criticism about playing the game we love is wrong. I'm sorry to all the players that have continued to experience the same things I have. This is why I started my podcast, to take my voice back and create the narrative of who I really am. At the end of the day, I don't want an apology, nor do I think this will ever stop, but something has to change. Before we get into that, for all the softies out there, for all the pansies, for everybody that gets their feelings hurt based on a couple little words, you know Threads is out there, right? You know there's a pussified social media company out there so you guys can tweet in your safe space, right? You do know something like that exists, right? You do know there's a thing in America called free speech, right? I know you guys are just so upset. Oh my God! Twitter is a disaster! It's the wild, wild west out here! People can just say anything! Yeah, that's the point. People can just say anything. But like I said, there's Threads out there. So if you guys are pansies, if you guys are weak, if you guys are emotionally too sensitive, you guys can take your WNBA dialogue to Threads. But you guys want the clout. You guys want the clicks. You guys want the attention, the views. That's why you stay on Twitter. It's not about what's right and what's wrong. It's about the clout for you guys, right? It's about the clout for you guys, right? Right. This was beneficial to them. Angel Reese, this was beneficial to you. You going like that, even though Caitlin Clark wasn't even addressing you or Haley Van Lith or anybody that played basketball, you going like that is the reason why you're in the role that you're in. You not backing down from that is the reason you're in the role that you're in. You saying, I will gladly accept that villain role is the reason why you're in the role that you in. It's so funny how nobody wants to take accountability for their own actions. Nobody wants to look back in hindsight and assess the moves that they made and say, ooh, I should have made a right, but I made a left. Ooh, I kept going straight, but I should have made a U-turn. Ooh, I was heading down the fast lane when I should have exited. Nobody likes to say that about themselves. Instead, people like Angel Reese, people like the victimhoods in the WNBA, the crybabies out there in the world, they'd rather assess blame. They'd rather point the finger. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Please don't criticize me. Don't criticize me. But it's funny, Angel, because you even said, excuse me for jumping ahead, you even said, anything beyond criticism about playing the game we love is wrong. Angel Reese, newsflash for you, most of your criticism this year is because you can't make a layup. Most of your criticism this year is because of your stat padding tendencies. That's the truth. I know in today's day and age, the truth is very hard to listen to. I get it. I get it. It hurts my feelings. But that's the truth. A lot of the dialogue surrounding your game this year has solely to do with how bad you are at making layups, how bad you are at making mid-range shots, how bad you are at making free throws, and how you sacrificed team chemistry and playoff berths just for you to get a double-double streak that we're going to look back at. Oh no, we can look back at that right now. We don't even know. We don't even need to wait a few years. We're just looking back at it right now. Sham double-double streak. And all the new fans, all the young fans that watch you stat pad, once they turn 20, 30, 40, 50, however old they are now and 10 years, they're going to even look even more down on that sham of a record. They're going to even look more down on that WNBA regular season rebound record that you... Oh, wait, that's right. A'ja Wilson took that record away from you. How could I be so naive and forget that A'ja Wilson, not only did she take that record away from you, she called you out. Record for what? Rebounds? Oh, that's cool, I guess. I don't hunt rebounds, so it's not something that's always on my mind. Bow, bow, bow. Shout out to Aaliyah Boston. A'ja, I appreciate that. I knew clipping that would come in handy. I just didn't know today would be the day. But thank you, A'ja. Thank you very much. Angel Reese, the rebound record that it's already broken by somebody who doesn't hunt rebounds, by somebody who doesn't sit there and stat pad and stat pad and stat pad. She'll get up her 28 shots a game. It's because she's a high usage player, low efficiency but high usage. She's a double machine because she gets her double-doubles in the swing of the game. Angel Reese, on the other hand, you get your double-doubles because your old coach, good old Teaspoon over there, said, everybody out. Angel, no, you stay in. You stay in. But, Coach, it's 92 to 65. You sure? Yeah, stay in. Get that double-double, girl. Get that streak. Boo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo. This is why Angel Reese started her podcast, so she can take her voice back. The narrative that people are running with, the truth that's been out there, Angel Reese needs to quickly wash it over. She needs to quickly put out other things in the media to gloss over how abysmal this season really has been. I've never in my life had privilege. That's not true, Angel Reese. Remember, there's that thing that it just started in 2023, actually, called pretty privilege. Remember that thing? Folks, I know. Some of us that were born in the early 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s, 60s, 50s, we don't even, that's a new term to us, right? Pretty privilege. What does that mean? Pretty privilege. Oh, it means since you're pretty or you're good looking, right? You get certain privileges that other people don't get. Angel Reese, your modeling career is a privilege. I hate to tell you that. Your endorsements are a privilege. I hate to tell you that, right? You playing basketball, Kim Mulkey telling you, hey, sit this one out, is a privilege. I hate to tell you that. So, I know, right? I know you've been told you're a victim your whole entire life. I know, but you've had tons of privilege growing up. Sorry to break it to you, Angel Reese. But definitely know the power I have through my platform. That didn't come overnight. I grew that on my own. Shout out to the Oprah Winfrey Network. With that being said, I will continue to use my voice in the right way and say what's right, even though it has backfired on me to be this villain. I won't stop. Angel Reese, but you just said you wanted to be the villain, Angel. You just said you wanted to take on the villain role. So why are we crying about it? I mean, you even made a special shoe because people were calling you the Joker, Angel Reese, remember? You customized a shoe. You love taking on this villain. You just don't like when the villain is in the crosshairs. That's it. You just don't like when the villain, you just don't like when the villain is getting critiqued, is getting called out, is getting, the Joker's a liar. The Joker's always been You don't like that, do you? I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not surprised at all. Angel Reese is so full of herself that she doesn't even realize the actions she took this year were culpable in getting her coach fired. Angel Reese is so full of herself that she doesn't realize that Teresa Weatherspoon literally tanking the season away in order to put Angel Reese on a pedestal that she does not belong on is the reason why Teresa Weatherspoon's fired. Now, does she realize that? Probably not. Will anybody tell her that in her circle? Probably not. Instead, she's going to do podcasts with Cheryl Swoops talking about Caitlin Clark. That already came out, folks. Trust me, that gives me a headache to listen to. Cheryl Swoops saying she wants to be a coach of the Chicago Sky. Cheryl Swoops saying she wants to be a coach of the Chicago Sky has to be the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Cheryl Swoops is the same player that got fired at college as a college head coach for bullying players, for mistreating players. So we're going to bring Cheryl Swoops, the number one bully, Angel Reese, the number one victim, and those two worlds are going to collide. It's going to be bad, folks. And I'll tell you this right now. If you think Cheryl Swoops is going to be able to talk to Kennedy, Ken Carter, however she wants, Cheryl, you got another thing coming. Trust me. You say the wrong thing to Kennedy Carter. Ba, ba, ba. Shout out to Jorge Masvidal. You'll get a 3-piece and a soda. No doubt. No doubt. Kennedy Carter don't play. She don't play. It's the Bandana Podcast. We're calling a spade a spade. Cry me a river. Appreciate all the support. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I so greatly appreciate all of the support. The venue is currently closed down, but don't worry. We're still going to make it pop. Take it easy, folks. Have a good one.